Can I share the screen?
Hello, sir.
Can
we
I
start?
Yes, we can start. Can I share my screen or you want to share your screen?
No, sir. I will give you brief introduction about you.
All right. And then when you tell me, I'll switch it on.
Okay,
No
sir.
worries. Chicken. All right.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. A very warm good afternoon to all present here. I would like to extend my warm welcome to all on behalf of DIGISAKSHAM. My name is Prashant Kumar Tiwari, your host for today's live workshop. And today we all are here to attend an international workshop on study abroad, a daydream destination you can reach now, organized by DIGISAKSHAM. DIGISAKSHAM is an initiation of SHAMES group which has developed content over 300 courses in multiple languages with ranged from 4 hours to 6 months in various sectors of IT, VFSI, retail, and entrepreneurship for all age group from school children, youth professional, and senior citizens. DIGISAKSHAM has also conducted more than 100 webinars, 10 FDPs, and workshops. DIGISAKSHAM impact more than 15,000 plus live through latest webinar conferences and workshop seminar across the globe. Moving towards the today's topic of workshop, study abroad, a dream destination you can reach now. As we all know, we are living in an era where a student want to study abroad because studying abroad is a rewarding and life-changing experience for every student. Not only do a student get a chance to pursue higher education in foreign countries, but they also get to explore and travel new places. While studying, one also get a chance to look closely at the culture, history, society of different country. To guide all of us through this topic, we have with us Mr. Abhishek Virmani sir. Mr. Abhishek Virmani having 10 years of experience in teaching 10th, 11th and 12th grade student for SAT, Math and graduate for GMAT and GRE. He did computer science engineering program from Faridabad and worked as a software engineer for 2 years, having practical experience in managing Windows Server. After that, he shifted to education industry to help students achieve their dreams with precise knowledge and right direction. He helped more than 5,000 students to reach their dream school abroad. Now, I would like to request all the participants to pay attention to the instruction carefully. Now, please sure to keep your mic on mute. If you have any query or doubt related to ongoing workshop, please type them in chat box. We will be addressing them at the end of workshop. More interactive participant will be receiving e-certificate as an appreciation on behalf of DIGISAKSHAM. Hand over to you, sir, please.
Thank you, Prashant. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Study Abroad. Let me share my screen first. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Prashant, could you please confirm?
Yes, sir, you are visible also. Your screen is also visible.
All right. So, study abroad, a very important dream that each one of us have seen in some part of our life. Maybe for ourselves, maybe for our kids, or maybe for our siblings. But have we really achieved this study abroad dream? Do we have clear-cut idea what does it require to go abroad and study? That is a major requirement for each and every individual. You have many leaders present in the market who can help you to guide to study abroad. But before that, you have to take your own decision what you need to do after growing up, or maybe in your 10th, 11th, or 12th grades. We all have few of these interests. I have just written a few interests that are in front of you for your future focus. Let us come to the first point. There would be some students who love reading books. Reading in terms of fictional books could be an interest for few of you. Reading about sports, maybe cricket, maybe football, maybe basketball, maybe hockey, maybe table tennis, or any game that has been played internationally. There would be some people who are interested in politics, some people who are really interested in science, English literature that has been written by many apt writers. Then we have books that are related to Indian history or maybe world history as well. So reading has been one of the very important interests for many people in past also, and will be also an interest for the people who are upcoming in future. Then there are certain people who want to learn, learn, keep on learning till the end of life, in fact. Learning the facts and historical data that is present in the libraries of almost all the universities, colleges, schools, and as well as public libraries that are provided by the government of India, as well as government of universities abroad as well. Then we have learning for the scientific facts related to bio, physics, chemistry. Then we have mathematical analysis that are basically studied in BSc and MSc in mathematics. Then the next interesting topic is to study science and technology. Science and technology has moved us from an era where we could not even fly, but now everything can be moved from one place to another just in a few minutes, or in fact a few hours. I can travel from India to abroad in few hours. Does not require me to take days or even months that were actually a truth in the past. Nowadays, you can explore the entire world, not your own country only, to study. In case you are interested in analyzing the data, statistics, biomedical sciences, statistical analysis of what are the usage that the people are doing about the data, you all must be working on WhatsApp. You all must be writing mails. There is an ample amount of data that has been collected every second. The video that we are going through is actually a part of data only, which actually will be stored somewhere in the servers and will become a part of study in near future. So basically this data is generated each and every second, and we have a requirement of data analyst in terms of millions of engineers in next 4 to 5 years. Students who are interested in research, biomedical sciences, biotechnology, the patients who are suffering from cancer need people to study about their disease and then generate a cure for them. Terminal diseases, non-terminal diseases, all of these diseases require a research. Biomedical students are actually studying day and night to overcome the combat of COVID-19 till date. So that is why this research field is one of the most important, as well as it is a human right for the person to study on the research field. Another important field that many students of arts and culture would actually love this: thinking. If you are a very good thinker, you have an ability to write, read, and then just give your own views about the topic. You are a good photographer, you are a director, you are a script writer, or has good kind of communication skills, you definitely can go to this kind of field as well. So in India, when we talk about the universities, there are only handful of universities that are providing really good courses to us to study. For example, art and culture is provided by the Delhi University only. Apart from that, there will be only very few universities that actually teach that art and culture at a very good level. Similarly, when I talk about engineering, we only know a renowned name, that is IITs, NITs, and maybe a few independent universities in the country. But what about the seats available in these universities and colleges? Are they sufficient for Indian students? Of course not. Increasing population of India requires more and more students to study a quality course. That is why we need more and more people to explore their options to get the better quality of study, which if you are not able to crack the entrance exams of IITs or NITs, can still study in abroad. I hope this much is clear to everyone. So let us see what are the options and how you can reach abroad to your dream destinations. For the people, maybe parents are attending the seminar or maybe the students. So if you are a student of maybe 10th, 11th and 12th grade, you have to appear for the test named SAT. Remember, SAT is the only exam that is required by the universities abroad apart from your CBSE, ICSE or IB board that you are studying from. SAT is a kind of entrance exam for all the courses. Unlike in India, for example, in India, we require JEE means entrance exam for engineering, NEET exam for medical sciences, and for other courses DU JAT is a requirement. For getting into IIM Indore, there are other exams. IPM is the exam that you require. But when we talk about abroad admissions, the only test that should come to your mind is SAT. That can be given by the students of 10th, 11th and 12th grades. You do not have to appear only in 12th grade. So that gives you an advantage. In class 10th, you don't have much of syllabus. In class 11, you don't have much of syllabus. But class 12, there is a lot of pressure. You can distribute this pressure of SAT in your 11th or 10th grade. But in case you are still delayed, you can definitely appear in your 12th grade as well. In fact, much before your board exams. Another test that you can appear is ACT. SAT is recognized worldwide. ACT is recognized mostly in the universities in USA. Again, this is also a test that can be given by 10th, 11th and 12th grade students. A very important part for SAT and ACT is that they have only maths and English in their course. Unlike other exams in India, where you need to study physics, chemistry, maths for engineering, and physics, chemistry, bio for NEET. You do not have to study those subjects. You just have to study maths and English. Why maths? Because it tests your analytical skills. Why English? Because it tests your communicative skills. So basically, SAT and ACT both are testing the college readiness. They do not want your content. They just want the excellence in communicating and understanding what will be taught in your university. So, in case you are not able to understand English in a clear way, start practicing for SAT and it will make you college ready for your abroad admissions. Another important exam that we can appear for is LSAT. I think this is a very prominent exam, maybe heard by all of you. LSAT is for becoming a lawyer. In India, you have to give the exam for becoming a lawyer. I think the name of the exam is uh, CLAT for India. But when it comes to abroad, it is LSAT for getting admissions to Harvard Law or maybe other universities which provide law as a course for your graduation. Another exam is IELTS that you need to appear. Now, IELTS is a very basic exam. In fact, if you do not want to study and just want to settle abroad and work there, IELTS is a prerequisite for Canada, US, and many other countries. So when I talk about IELTS, it's an international English language testing service exam which tests the 4 sections of your English language. What are these 4 sections? Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. These are the 4 sections that are a major requisite for any university. Why? Because they want you to completely understand the language in which they are delivering the lectures. In case you still have any doubt in English language, IELTS will help you in improvising it and help you to communicate better in the language that is being spoken in the country of your choice. In case you are not doing an English speaking course in any of the countries, for example, many countries provide the courses that are in their own language. For example, Germany, if we want to study, the many courses that Germany teaches are in German language. So you have to appear for German language test. Another test is TOEFL, TOEFL, that is also an English language test, most prominent in US, UK, and you can appear for either IELTS or TOEFL as per your choice, whatever feels better for you. You can appear for that exam. Of course, a preparation is recommended for both of these exams because uh, getting cleared in these exams is really important in getting visas for your dream destination. The next exam is PTE, again proficiency test of English. This so there is a choice between IELTS, TOEFL or PTE as per your convenience. In case you do not get a very desirable score in IELTS, you can appear for TOEFL or PTE. In case you get cleared in any of these, you get the visa applications approved. The next test is for the graduates. For example, people like me, people like who have done their graduation or maybe are in the second or third year, or in fact, if you are even at an age of 45, 48, 50, 55, I have got the students of age 50 years. They were IAS officers, in fact. What they want to study? They want to go abroad, study small term courses, 3 months, 6 months courses. So what exams they need to appear? They need to appear for GMAT or GRE. GMAT is the Graduate Management Admission Test, which entitles you to study your MBA program after your graduation. And GRE is Graduate Record Exam. It helps you to study any course, maybe masters, maybe PhD, maybe any other course you want to study, small term courses, whatever you want to study, you need to appear for GRE in case you are already graduate from any university in the world. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Now, a very important question arises in everyone's mind. There are a number of universities in India. Why should I not try to study in India itself? Fair enough, you are an Indian citizen, you are entitled to get admissions to any of the Indian universities. The condition is you have to clear the exams. The entrance exams in India are made quite tough because of very high competition available in the Indian market. You have seen or must have heard about the JEE exam or NEET exam. They are the toughest exam in the world. You never know, a student or the best professor of US might not even be able to crack the exam of JEE. So that is the reason in India, because of a large amount of population, we have to explore the other parts of the world. But will it be comfortable in studying abroad? What are the benefits to study abroad? Let us see a few of them. The first and the most important one is the international exposure that you will get. You will be studying with a lot of students in the class who will be coming from different destinations. They will not only be from India, there will be some students coming from Canada, some students coming from US, some students coming from New Zealand, Germany, China, Japan, different countries, and they are studying at a common place, that is the classroom. You will be getting an international exposure of all these communities. A cross-cultured language will be studied. You will be making friends of different countries, and this will definitely help you to succeed in future. So international exposure is something that most of the people look forward in their study abroad. I hope this much is clear to everyone. The second one is the research. The resources that are provided with the Indian universities is very less as compared to the resources provided by the universities in abroad. For example, the science labs in India do not have much resources, neither the faculties who will be able to give their time in research projects. That is why you can see that most of the advancements in science and technology are not conducted in India, or if even if they are conducted, they take a lot of time. I know there are exceptions with the Indian Space Research Organization who has claimed to definitely develop a way to go to moon or Mars basically in a rent which was less than an auto rent. So there, yes, there was an advancement, there was a research, and there are exceptional research in India. But compared to many other countries in abroad, Indian research has always led us back. So the resources that are being provided and the speed and the kind of infrastructure that is being provided by the universities abroad is much, much better as compared to India. Next is planning. You will be able to inculcate a sense of better planning if you go abroad. As a student, you are not nurtured or do not have that kind of exposure given by your parents to go abroad, study alone, arrange for your hostels, arrange for books, stay alone in a paying guest as a paying guest after immediately your 12th grade. So definitely all these are the things that you need to plan once to go abroad. Each and every day will be a struggle for you. Each and every day you have to get up early yourself. Parents are not there for you to wake up. Then parents are not there to provide you facilities. You have to struggle yourself. Go out, do an intern, and earn the financial backlog that you must be having when you are studying abroad. No one is there to help. Of course, parent support will be there in case you study abroad, but that is a long distance help. Everyone studying there is alone on their own. Definitely, they will be requiring a thorough planning to study abroad, and that is what makes your experience a highly enriched experience with a lot of new learning at everyday level. Next is you can work in a startup, the startup of your own or a startup that has been started by your seniors, young enthusiast entrepreneurs, young people who are very particular with their career and want to do something in their life. In India, you must have seen startups have been inculcated just with this Modi movement, and our Prime Minister has also helped many people to have their own startups. There are many um, rules and regulations that are being defined by the government of India now to have the financial being. I would request to mute your mic, please. Prashant, could you help? All right, thank you. All right, so you can work in the startups of your own. Government funds in the universities abroad as well to the students, to the meritorious students, and they provide you financial benefits to start up your own companies, work in them. If the projects are of really importance to that company or the universities or in fact the country, they will definitely give you the finances, the financial help, as well as the resources that are necessary for your startup. Next is you can start your own business. Maybe you are a graduate, you can just go there, link up your contacts, stay with some business partners, go with some networking, and try to develop your own business. There are young professionals there, maybe of the age 25, 30, who have developed their successful businesses and have given a really good growth because of the networking that they got from universities abroad. and that is where your network helps you in getting the growth. Unlike in India, of course. In India, starting up a business would require a lot of efforts, lot of resources, and of course, parental help is a major requirement in case you want to set up your own business. Exceptions are always there, so do not uh, think of those exceptions. We are just maintaining our entire session on the basis of majority people who get those resources. The last, according to our session, is the success that you get in your study abroad. Almost 100% is the success rate. There are no students that of mine who haven't got the placements or the jobs after graduating from universities abroad. In fact, the average package was much higher than the universities that are getting placements in India. The average package of universities, good universities in abroad, ranges from 30 to 40 lakhs. That is the average per annum package that students get in abroad. In India, that is hardly around 5 to 6 lakhs right now. Of course, there is a question mark in your mind that the expenses are equally proportionate. I would make it clear they are not proportionate. Indian students staying abroad must save a lot of much more than the students who are already from those countries. So definitely there is a better success rate, there is a better income that you can generate after studying from abroad universities. These six benefits are not the limited benefits. There is an ample amount of learning, ample amount of failure when studying abroad, and ample amount of successful stories that we have from the students who have studied abroad, who are studying abroad. And of course, we are waiting for new stories that one of you, or maybe all of you, or maybe a few of you will definitely make use of this session and maybe think and explore the study abroad universities for your children, for your siblings, for yourself, and definitely the feedback would be appreciated. I hope the clarity is being done about the exams. I'm just opening the exam list once again. I would like you all to note this exam list. In case any doubt, any explanation for any of these exams is required, you can definitely connect with me after the session on mail or whatever social media you want to have the feedback with. You can definitely connect with me. So these are the list of exams: SAT, ACT, LSAT, IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, GMAT and GRE are for graduates. IELTS, TOEFL, PTE are for everyone. It does not have any age bar. A person of age 10 years can also appear for these IELTS, TOEFL and PTE. A person of 60 years can also appear for this exam. I would also request everyone to note down these benefits and try to think over these benefits. Of course, there are demerits for studying abroad, for example, the financial burden that you get from studying abroad, but then there are many institutions which provide financial assistance, many uh, banking companies that provide you with the financial support to study abroad. Of course, you can sign up a bond with them, or you can return this money in installments after your graduation. So that is always open to each and every student. The only drawback to get these financial assistance is you need to submit some collateral, some property, some kind of assurance to the banks that you will be returning their money. That's it. I hope everyone has noted down. Great. The session is open for all of you for question and answers. In case you have questions,
So
you can
thank
one
you.
by one write it down and I can answer it in the chat box. I can see the questions from the chat box and answer it here itself.
So thank you for such an informative workshop. We are moving forward towards the questionnaire segment. Participant, if you have any question, you can type them in the chat box and I will be reading them for you.
We have a student, Yusuf, who wants to know the tests that are applicable for MBA in US. Yusuf, as already discussed in this session, the test for MBA is GMAT for USA or in fact any other country also. GRE can also be given, but GMAT is preferred for MBA. GRE is preferred for master's program. If you are a fresher, any of these can be given, but the admissions will be given only after 2 years of work experience.
So there is a student,
Mhm.
name is Renate Di Tavigo. If, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. He is asking that which testing system are applicable for MBA in USA.
Yes, that's the same answer. The testing system is GMAT for MBA, GRE is for master's program. So there's a difference between master's program and MBA program. Master's is to become a professor or a research associate, and MBA is to become a professional. So you can work in any corporate and or start up your own business.
Sure.
I hope the query has been resolved.
If anyone having any question, you can ask. So it's available for your answer. So we will wait for 2 minutes. If they ask, after that we will again proceed the session.
Sure.
So there is a student, he asked that how much the cost of GRE and IELTS.
All right, what a beautiful question. So you have to pay $213 for your GRE exam. And for IELTS, the cost is around 15,000. So of course, these are the expensive exams. But in case you have a financial assistance requirement, these can be waived off. But again, it requires students from whose annual income is less than 8 lakhs per annum. So for them, the fees can be waived off by different financial institutions. For GMAT, the fees is $250. So that comes out to somewhere around 19,000 rupees. So all the fees I'm telling you are in dollars. GRE is $213, GMAT is $250, and IELTS it is 14,500 rupees.
So one of the student is asking a question that sir,
Okay, let me answer. Jack, the training sessions are provided all over the online programs that are available. You can simply search for whichever course you want to study, and they are provided all over the channels. Maybe you want to study from YouTube, personal coaches, me, of course. So definitely different teachers, trainers are available all over the world. It's your choice to study from any of them. There is no recommendation. It's a common session that we are going through, so there is no recommendation that I can provide you. But yes, you can go online and search for the trainers for PTE, IELTS, TOEFL, GMAT, GRE, SAT, ACT. Whichever is the requirement, you can definitely check these trainers.
So if anyone having more question, you can ask. We will wait for a minute, sir. After that, we will proceed the session. I think nobody is asking. So we will proceeding, sir.
All right. So that was a basic information that was related to study abroad. Let us now move towards the SAT, GMAT, and GRE basic test structure. I'll share my screen. Give me just 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Prashant, I have another device that is being connected to the session with the same name, Abhishek Virmani. Can you make co-host to that also?
Sure, sir. Why not?
Shehbaz, you can appear for the test. GRE test is available online, and GMAT is available at the test center that are distributed all over the country. So you can go to the website and register for the test whenever you are well prepared for it. Remember, not preparing for the test won't help you clear the test. So the major and most important requirement is to prepare for your GMAT, GRE or SAT, whichever test you are preparing for. In fact, IELTS, TOEFL and PTE also require a good preparation. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the good grades. All right. So for the people who are from the who belong to 10th, 11th, and 12th grades, as well as the parents who have their kids in maybe small classes or in fact 10th, 11th, or 12th grades, SAT is basically a test that is out of 1600. In this 1600, 800 is for maths and 800 is for English. The entire test is distributed into 4 sections. The first section is reading comprehension. Which has total of 52 questions that are to be done in 65 minutes. The second section is writing and language test. Again, a section based on English itself. It has total of 44 questions to be done in 35 minutes. The third section that we have is the math section, but this section does not allow you to use calculator. This is a section that has 20 questions to be done in 25 minutes. And the last section is again math, but this allows you to use the calculator, and that too scientific calculator. So in case your calculations are not that good, you still can appear for the test. This is a 38 question section to be done in 55 minutes. This test appears for 4 times in a year in India. Total of 196 questions to be done in 3 hours, and total score is 1600. A desirable score that a student should get is somewhere around 1400 plus out of 1600. The test occurs 4 times in India in the month of March, May, October, and December. Due to COVID, last year the test was also conducted in the month of June and August in many parts of India. But this year we are not sure whether these months would be there or not. SAT is conducted by College Board. So any further information that you require for SAT can be obtained from collegeboard.org. Also, the best books that you can study for SAT are basically not the books but the website khanacademy.org. They are the official partner of College Board. So we are not advertising any company. They are the official partner of College Board, providing all the content for SAT free of cost. Although SAT test fees has to be paid, that is around in INR 8200, and in case you want it in dollars, it is 113 US dollars. So that is the SAT test fees which you need to pay. I hope the things are clear. Let us move to GMAT. GMAT is a beautiful test made for graduates. It again has both math and English. The first section that you have for GMAT is analytical writing assessment, wherein you are given an opportunity to express your views on a topic whose brief summary is provided to you. This analytical writing assessment is basically 30 minutes. So just try to explore your mind with the information that you have about the particular topic and just write it down in 30 minutes. It should be a beautiful writing without any grammatical errors. The second section is integrated reasoning. It is a more of data analytical section, wherein you will be provided with charts, graphs, histograms, and you have to answer the questions based on those charts, histograms, pie charts, and whatever data analytical part they have given to you. Then we have a very important section, that is quantitative aptitude. So quantitative analysis, this is a quant section which has total of 31 questions to be done in 62 minutes. And last section is verbal reasoning, which has total of 36 questions to be done in 65 minutes. So almost approximately 3-hour test, a slightly longer than 3-hour test, but again a very interesting test. Reason being, this test is based on computer adaptiveness. So this is the most interesting part of this GMAT test. Computer adaptiveness means the questions will be based on the level that you can answer the question. It won't be of the level which you are not able to answer. In case you answer a few questions and all of them are correct, the GMAT will start giving you some difficult questions. And similarly, if you are answering a few questions wrong, they will start giving you easier questions. However, the difficult questions have the higher weightage and the easier questions have the lower weightage. Of course, that has to be maintained to keep the percentile in motion. So this test will cost you $250, and this test can be given on any day of the year. You just have to go log into mba.com and register for the test. There are any days, whichever are available, the seats are available almost every day. The test is conducted at different proctor centers all over the country, or in fact all over the world, and you can simply register on the date whichever is available to you. You can choose, of course, the lucky day that you have on your cards. Then what we have is GRE. GRE basically stands for Graduate Record Exam. As already told, it is for masters. Again, it has two essays, analytical writing assessment, this section is having two essays, 30 minutes plus 30 minutes. So basically 1 hour section. The second section is your math. Third section is again math. Fourth section is verbal. Fifth section is verbal. Sixth section is math or verbal. Remember that it can come in any order. For example, math, verbal, math, verbal, math, 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 verbal, 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 math, math, verbal, verbal, math. So any of the order can be possible. You just have to know that each section is 35 minutes and you have to do 20 questions. Now, out of these 5 sections, 4 are main and 1 section is experimental. But no one knows which section is experimental. So you have to do all the sections with the same enthusiasm, with the same level of interest. Another important thing that you need to know is GMAT was question adaptive. This section is sectional adaptive. So if you answer all the questions correct in any section, the next section would be difficult with the higher weightage, and vice versa. If one section you have attempted wrong, many questions are wrong, the other section will be easier with less weightage in terms of scores. GRE math section will give you 170 plus 170. The total score is 340. In GMAT, quant section is 800, verbal section is 800. Combined score again you get out of 800. And a very desirable score that can get you a really good college is 730, 740 around, which is really tough to achieve. 680 to 750 is an average score that students should get. Below 60, 680 is not considered to be a good score. The fees for GRE is $213, and like GMAT, it is also organized every day at different centers. You can just book your test, whichever is the nearest center for you. You can register at that center. For GRE, GRE is conducted by ETS. So ets.org is the site. You don't have to worry about the books. Just go to Amazon and type GRE or GMAT, whichever exam you are appearing for. The top books that you can see can be bought. Again, I cannot take the name of any of the books for recommendation, but yes, all the books, definitely. Books are all good. So you can consider any of the books with highest ratings, even for SAT. I hope everything is clear till here. All right. Coming to IELTS, TOEFL, PTE. IELTS costs to 15,000, TOEFL costs to again somewhere around 14,000, and PTE costs to somewhere around 12,000. So that is the fees. Of course, you can check the exact amount of fees online whenever you are registering. Most preferred is IELTS, then TOEFL, and then PTE. All the three exams are testing 4 sections. The first section that is tested is reading, whether you are able to read the English language or not. Second is writing, whether you are able to write in English language or not. Third is reading, writing, listening. So there will be a tape that will be run in front of you, and then there will be questions asked from you on the basis of whatever was there on the tape. And the fourth one is speaking. You will be asked to speak on a topic in front of an examiner, and you have to be very smooth, very clear with your thought process. No fumbling, nothing is allowed in this speaking section. So definitely you have to prepare yourself really well. IELTS is out of 9. So 7 plus is a requirement out of 9. TOEFL is out of 120 and 100 plus is a requirement. PTE you can check online because most of the students do not appear for PTE. So PTE is very less renowned test. All right. Other tests are not that common. For example, we also had ACT, LSAT. For these tests, they are not that common and given by most students, but definitely in case you want to appear for them, the online websites can help you search about these exams as well. ACT is again for graduation, but mostly accepted by universities in US, America. And LSAT is for law. So many of the students do not aspire for law degree, and that is why it is also very uncommon. Also, SAT can also get you admission in law in your universities abroad after your 12th grade. LSAT is mostly given by the graduates only. If you want to study law immediately after your 12th grade, you should give SAT only. All right, the session is open to you for question and answers.
If anyone having any question, he can ask. Sir is available to answer. You can write in the chat box. I will read for you.
Come on, there should be a lot of queries that must be lingering on your mind, whether to go, whether not to go, whether to go without exam, whether to go to study, whether to get a job, just move out of the country. Whatever is there, you can just write it down. Remember, there is a problem of giving you precise information. Most of the people in the market will give you information that will basically be targeting the money or the fees that you will have to pay. The session that we are in do not require any financial assistance from any of you. In fact, we are giving you each and everything that is precise and to the point, nothing extra, and we are not aiming for any of your financial assistance. Each and everything that we are providing you is completely the knowledge that we have gathered with our experience. Yes, we have a question. Is there any scholarship criteria for pursuing masters? Definitely there is a criteria, ma'am. Khushi, there is a criteria for pursuing masters and getting the scholarships. So scholarships are based on academic excellence. First is academic excellence. So what is academic excellence for masters? You get a GMAT score of 720 out of 800. You get a scholarship. How much scholarship can be achieved? Around 50% to 70% of the scholarship is achieved. Then second is financial background. In case your parental income is less than 8 lakhs per annum and you have got almost around 85% in your graduation, GMAT score has to be more than 680. GRE score must be greater than 320. These makes you entitled for scholarships.
So there is a question from Sirbaz also. He is asking that how can we improve our communication skill?
All right, Sherbaz, communication skills can be improved by speaking in front of mirror every day. You can just take up your newspaper or pick up a book, start reading. And most often these days you have series, the English web series available on Netflix or maybe Amazon Prime. So these are providing you very good English speaking series that you should watch, and that can help you in developing that English speaking skill. You should read more and more books. You should read more and more books as well as newspapers in front of the mirror and speak loudly, not in your heart, not inside your mind, but loudly. More loudly you speak, there would be fumbles, there would be disturbances in your speech, but there will be a day when you will be very comfortably speaking in English fluently. And still, if it does not help and you want a quick growth, there are a number of English speaking courses again available online. You can just pick any of them. They will make you practice around for 15 to 20 days and you will really see a difference.
So there is one another question from Zara side. The question is, which type of exam should we take in order to get the US citizenship? Do they actually demand it?
Okay, so Zara, in I don't know which country you belong. If it's India, you cannot get US citizenship. Permanent residency or green visa are permanent residency is provided in Canada and you can get their citizenship. US citizenship is basically you are talking about green visa and you can get only by either staying there for around 20 years, and that too is very difficult to get until and unless you invest almost around 25 CR in US. They won't be giving you citizenship, and this 25 crores should be white, which is really hard to collect. Another is to get married, of course, to a citizen of that country, but again that is of your own choice. But US citizenship is really hard to get. And anyways, no one demands US citizenship. You can stay there for an infinite amount of period on work visa. H1B visa is fine if you are talented. No one will ask you to move out of the country. Okay, so you are from Armenia. No need for getting the citizenship as such. You can work there infinitely. Till the time they demand you, they will not ask you to move out of the country. Right?
Now we will wait for minutes of. If there are any question or doubts, they can ask.
All right.
I think so. They don't have any question. So we move forward in this session, and I am going towards ending the session. So thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. This is so informative. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time for this incredible session. I am delightful to part of your webinar. I request everyone to please fill the feedback form which is provided in the chat box, and you can fill the feedback form within 24 hours, to which you are able to get the e-certificate within 5 working days. And remember, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and attach the screenshot of the same in feedback form as proof. Also tag on Instagram like @DIGISAKSHAM along screenshot in your story. So kindly fill the form. Now I request everyone to switch on your cameras for a snap for the memory. Everyone, please open up your camera.
All right, Jack, just take training from someone and you will be able to get a good score. Our training of 3 months would be sufficient. So any of these courses to study abroad requires a preparation of 3 months time. And just thank you everyone. Thank you Prashant. Thank you Vandana ma'am and all the participants who joined the session. And I think it will help you in aspiring for your future. And you definitely can opt for universities abroad and in fact fulfill your dreams whenever you desire. Thank you everyone and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for attending today's webinar. Thank you from our side also.
Yes, I'm just stopping the share screen. Give me 1 second. Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for today's webinar. If you have any additional question, contact us by email, telephone. We are happy to provide additional support. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. I am Prashant Tiwari signing off for the day. See you all in next workshop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.